Friday night. He took some great marks in this match, including this one over his captain, Stephen Kernahan. Richmond's Matthew Richardson in the goal square at the MCG against Melbourne. A big pack of players, and he managed to get his hands on the ball. The goal resulted. Adelaide ruckman Sean Wren at Waverley versus St Kilda really extended that lengthy frame. Two high flyers, Wren and Winmar, both missing the ball but not missing the ground. And not high flying this time the last quarter at Waverley. Tony Montra leaves the ground for a little rest on the bench. Now some hard play Friday nights. Brown and Clarkson with this bump. Mill Hannah did a tough. This run in with the ball had Mill hearing Tweety birds. McKernan and Williams at half-time. Now this was a rookie taking on the master. Everybody joins in, including Johnny Blakey from North Melbourne. And Mickey Martin plays policeman. We'll have a look at exclusive pictures later on after this incident at half-time. Now Tony Free with a hip and shoulder puts Tingay down, but not out. From hard play to good play, and Footscray started this move defending against a rare attack by Fitzroy. This shows just how easy it was for the Bulldogs yesterday. And this left footer up towards centre half forward. Another evasion, and Ilya Grigic, a terrific mark. Well out in front, takes the lead, and another goal for the Bulldogs. Craig Bradley on Friday night, again superb for the Blues. A great steal, hand pass to Fraser Brown, and just inside the 50-metre mark, Fraser Brown had little trouble goaling. Well, it took Gary Ablett around about 15 seconds of the first quarter yesterday at Kinnear Park to goal. Great skills in the wet. What else would you expect from this man? First points on the board to the Cats. Tim McGrath with great vision, evading his tacklers and finding Mark Bairstow, who just happened to be standing there. Thank you. And here we are. The young buck takes on the old bull, Chris McDermott and Damon Shaw at Waverley. Now, I'm not sure what McDermott is exactly. The contenders for the Darryl White for the Bears. This grab over Essendon's James Hurd. And the vote for this mark, 0055 60681. Friday night at the MCG, Corey McKernan, North Melbourne against Carlton. Stephen Silvani trying to spoil. McKernan just too good. 0055 60682 to vote for that mark. Mark number 3, James Cook, one of 2 this week, features. And again for Carlton at the G. This one over Kernahan. Let's have a look at that again from a different angle. 60683 to vote for mark number 3. Now to vote for mark number 4. It's 60684, and it's James Cook again, the centre half forward position, over his teammate Earl Spalding, who thought he might have had a chance, but there was Cook coming in from behind. And at the MCG yesterday, Matthew Richardson for the Tigers in the goal square, a big pack of players, and the umpire not hesitating. 0055 60688. Michael McLean straight arms his opponent, one big kick, and boy is that a big kick. And obviously he is absolutely delighted with that goal. Tony McGuinness last Sunday at Football Park, one of the Crows' hardest workers, isn't he? This left footer from almost in the forward pocket brings up 6 points for the home side. Matthew Rogers of Richmond at the MCG yesterday nearly didn't make it. Phoebe was right onto him. He just managed to get his kick away in time. Gary Ablett in the wet yesterday at Kinnear Park. Ever present, just plucks the ball from the pack. A left footer, snap. And there it is, goal. Now the Western Oval, Richard Osborne playing against his old side, Fitzroy. A very quick player, that left footer, and another Footscray 6-pointer in their thrashing of the Roys at the Western Oval yesterday. And Steve Kollenhoek, after Zanotti nearly grabs him here. He spoiled his attempt to hand pass, so he took off after the ball, didn't give up, chased it, retrieved it, and a right foot snap. A beaut goal for the Bulldogs. And the Sportsworld football panel, in their infinite wisdom, have selected this goal from Tony McGuinness of the Adelaide Crows as this week's winner. A very difficult angle, however, McGuinness knew where he and the ball were going. And the reaction from the Crows fans behind the goals tells it all. Now, the goal kickers, Ablett with 4 yesterday.
You see here, one of the differences was Harry Madden's dominance in the middle. Now, he really has completed the metamorphosis from dinosaur to butterfly. He just floats forward and is kicking important goals for the Carlton side. Hogg was an important contributor.
Would you say that word again?
But thanks, we'll check that after the game. Get the Rogers out. Craig Scholl that was, and North Melbourne just continued to hang on. They did look beaten, and perhaps the scoreboard flattered them somewhat, because Carlton were clearly the most dominant side, and the likes of Brent Heaver could have really sewn the game up. He missed a couple of very ordinary goals. This was one of the important moves. They brought on Hogg, and they brought on Cook, and he combined with the captain there to kick an important goal in the third quarter after taking a magnificent mark. And really that gave Carlton a two-pronged attack. Once again, North Melbourne continued to fight back. McKernan had a pretty good game, but not quite the dominant force he could have been. And Bradley typified the midfield skills of Carlton. They were dominant in midfield, and for North Melbourne to win against Carlton, they must have the likes of Swass, Stevens and Rock playing their better football. They were quite well held. I gave 3 votes to McKay, who was brilliant. Christou marginally better than that. We've got some exclusive footage from Col Kinnear camp. Now, what you have to look at is for David Parkin. This was the end of a bit of a stoush between Greg Williams and McKernan, but then it just got a little bit hotter. Parkin came up and gave the umpire a bit of a spray. Now, just look for Greg Miller in the background there. He allegedly came over and had a bit of a few words to David Parkin, and then in came Colin Kinnear, the football manager from general manager from Carlton, and obviously quite incensed at what Greg Miller allegedly had to say.
Jerry, in the heat of the moment, do you think they should have the races at either side?